Welcome to the social science class, children. And today we will be continuing the Southern Plateau in this second session. In a previous session, if you remember, we have learned about what is plateau, what is the location of the Southern Plateau, and even we have learned about that how the Southern Plateau is divided, or what is the exact location and what is the Southern Plateau consist of. Like we have discussed, the plateau consists of two parts, the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. Then in the Central Highlands also we have learned that it is subdivided into the Malwa Plateau and the Chota Nagar Nagpur Plateau. Then we talk about the Deccan Plateau. Okay, and in the Deccan Plateau we have learned about the different rivers also, the Satpura range also, and the western and eastern ghats. Now we are starting in this video, or in this session, we are going to talk about the important rivers of this region, what are the main crops, what are the minerals of the Southern Plateau, and the important cities, their capitals, their importance. So this is, in this session we are going to learn about all these things. So let's first start with the important rivers of this region. When we talk about the important rivers of this region, as I told you in my previous session also, that there are only two westward flowing rivers in this region. Okay, when we talk about all the rivers of India, even I told you that same thing. When we talk about all the rivers of India, or when we talk about the India, we know that this is our India, and here we have the Arabian Sea, and here we have the Bay of Bengal. Okay, so all the rivers of India, they finally flow into the Bay of Bengal. Whereas when we talk about these two rivers, Narmada and the Tapti, they flow where? In the westward. All the rivers where they flow? In the eastward. And these two rivers, the Narmada and Tapti, NT. Okay, NT. Okay, these NT flows in the Arabian Sea, or we can say that the Narmada, that which lies between Vindhya and the mountain, that is Vindhya mountain and the Satpura range, where it is lying, Vindhya mountain and the Satpura range, and the other river, that is the Tapti, it flows south of the Satpura region. Where it lies, it flows to the south of the Satpura region. That is, and these are the only two rivers. They flow into Arabian Sea. Where they flow? They flow into the Arabian Sea, which is in the western part of India, or we can say the westward side of India. And when we talk about these two rivers, what is the main feature of these two rivers? That they are not the perennial rivers. What are the perennial rivers? Perennial rivers always flow. They have a regular flow. They flow throughout the year. The rivers which flows throughout the year, it is called the perennial river. Like your Ganga, Yamuna, these are the perennial rivers. They flow throughout the rivers year. Whereas the Narmada and Tapti, these two rivers, Narmada and Tapti, I am marking with a blue pen, Narmada, because water bodies are always marked with a blue color. So I am marking here with a blue color the Narmada and Tapti. These two rivers are not the perennial rivers, they are the rain-fed rivers. Whenever the rain is there, they are filled with the rains, and then comes the Mahanadi, the Godavari, the Krishna, the Kaveri. These are the different rivers in this region, except Narmada and Tapti. What is the main feature of these rivers? Let us mark with the blue color the rivers. Mahanadi is a river, Krishna is a river, Godavari is a river, Kaveri. And do you know where they flow? They all flow in the Bay of Bengal. And where is Bay of Bengal? You can say eastward. I have explained through this map of India also. So this is what the rivers of India, or we can say the rivers of this region are. And all these rivers flow into the Bay of Bengal and make what? Deltas. What does they make? They make the deltas. These are important rivers of the Deccan Plateau. Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, and they make the land fertile. So there are many waterfalls in this region. And one of the important, that is the second highest waterfall. Which is the second highest waterfall? In India, that is the Jog Fall is the second highest waterfall in India on the river Sharavati. Which river? In Sharavati. And where it is? It is in Karnataka. Where is Karnataka? Karnataka is in the southern plateau. Dams and tanks are the main source of irrigation of this plateau. Dams and tanks. Basically, the dams and tanks are there. Many dams are there in this southern part of the region, or we can say the southern plateau, and all these helps the southern part of India. Kanyakumari is the southernmost tip of the Indian mainland with three great water bodies. You all know that what are these water bodies? Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, and the Indian Ocean. Fine. And all this is the main reason where this southern plateau is blessed by this all the three water bodies of India also. Fine. So the Jog Fall is the second highest waterfall in India, and it is located on the river Sharavati. So we had discussed about the rivers. Definitely when the rivers are there, what about the crops and the southern plateau? So when we talk about the main crops of the southern plateau, first of all let us know about the soil. So the kind of soil which is there in southern plateau is red and black. Black soil is known as cotton soil. What is black soil known as? Black soil is known as cotton soil, and as it is good for cotton and oil seeds. Yes, this black soil is good for the cotton and oil seeds which are grown here in the southern plateau region. Groundnut, rice, sugar cane, wheat and cotton. These are the crops which are found in the southern plateau, or we can say these are the main crops which are grown in the southern plateau. Then comes about the tea and coffee. And where it is grown? It is grown in the Nilgiri hills. They are the important crops. Tea and coffee are the important crops of Nilgiri hills. Even we find here rubber and spices. Rubber and spices are also grown here in the Deccan Plateau. Now we will talk about the minerals. So now, when we talk about the minerals, we know that the southern plateau region is rich in minerals. When we were talking about the Chotanagar Plateau, we know that the Gired, Raniganj, Jharia are the areas where we find the coal mines are there. And then we talk about the some like black soil, like oilseed, sugarcane. We talk about the crops also over there. And then we also talk about the bauxite. We find bauxite, manganese, coal, mica, all are here. So we can say that the southern plateau region is rich in minerals. Iron ore, coal, mica and gold are the main minerals which are found in the southern plateaus. And now finally we talk about some of the important cities of the southern plateaus. So one more thing very important which I want to tell you is that diamonds. Okay, diamonds. When we talk about the minerals, very famous is the diamond. Okay, and Panna is the place in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, diamond which is found, where it is found? It is found in Panna. Okay, and what is that Panna is? Where is Panna? Panna is in Madhya Pradesh. Clear? Where does this Panna lies? Panna's in Madhya Pradesh we found place Panna where we find the diamonds also. So diamonds are found here. We can say, we will not say diamond, we should say diamonds, because lot of diamonds are there and which are found in Panna at Madhya Pradesh. Fine. And now let us talk about the important cities. When we talk about the important cities, let's talk first about Hyderabad. Hyderabad is the capital of Andhra Pradesh. Okay, and it is the capital of Andhra Pradesh, and it is a historical city also. And why it is a historical city? What is there? We have Golconda Fort and the Salarjung Museum, and it is also an IT hub. That is why Hyderabad is very much famous. Number 2, we have Bhopal. Bhopal is the capital of Madhya Pradesh. It is the capital city of Madhya Pradesh. Nagpur. Nagpur is famous for the oranges. Yes. And it is also a historical place. Indore. When we talk about Indore, when as soon as the name Indore comes, the Queen, we have one TV serial also based on that. I could not remember right now. So basically, Indore is famous for the cotton textiles, and it is, you can find out lots of cotton from there. Bangalore. Bangalore is the capital of Karnataka, and it is also famous for the IT hub. Yes, every now and then from your family, one or the other member you find they are in the Bangalore. They are working with Wipros and different companies over there. Lot of IT hub is there. It is a IT hub. Okay, Mysore. Mysore is a historical city. Yes, the king of Mysore. Even we have a famous Dussehra of Mysore, which is very much famous. Okay, so this is all about the southern plateau region, which we have learned. What is the location, what are the crops, important jog fall of Karnataka, and the river Sharavati, and dams, main crops, Nagarjuna dams, and all these dams. So many dams are there in the southern plateau. So this is all about the southern plateau. Thank you, children.